What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Terrell Speaks. I'm your host, Timothy Wilkes, and this is a show I do commentary on current events as well as other interesting topics. Be sure to follow me on my social media platforms, Timothy T. Wilkes on Facebook, Terrell Speaks on YouTube, and Terrell Guided Me Wilkes on Instagram. And also to show your support, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, engage, and last but not least, enjoy the show.
Indo, Indo, Indo.
All right, let's go in on this one. I'm kind of already livid about this kind of stuff because there was a shooting in New York that yeah, I have my reasons that why I'm pissed off about that one. If y'all want me to do that one, just let me know, and I'll be glad to do that story, give my commentary. I know it's not recent at this point, but I can still put it up, and you know, we can go in on it, and I can express my feelings on that one. But this one is this is horrific because it's always it's like it's a war against the children. It's like it's a war against our kids, and we have to protect our families. We can't even send them to school. Seems like without all this crazy, without the psychopaths being present, and you send them to school, and you find out you send your child to school only to find out that they've been murdered by some kind of idiot, some idiotic moron that doesn't deserve to live. You know how I feel about this crap. Um, because this is, I mean, they were killed at some kind of store in New York. And it's been shootings at schools before, but this one kind of takes the cake because it just keeps going on. It keeps happening, and this one is sad. The three of those were killed. Um, 19 children. I mean, what deranged idiot goes and decides they want to just shoot up a school? Beats me. I think they deserve to be shot, in my opinion. People like this deserve to be killed. If you kill kids, if you kill children, I've always voiced my opinions on this. If you kill children, if you slaughter children like this, you deserve the electric chair. They need to bring back the death penalty. If they haven't already brought it back already, they need death penalty for people like this. They need to be put to death. I don't care how young or old you are. If you're killing people like this, you deserve you deserve to be slaughtered. You deserve to be killed. You need to be put before a firing squad, in my opinion. I have my strong opinions because children, what if it's your child? Think about it. You send your child to school and you hear it on the news, or you get a call saying your child was killed by some deranged psychopathic idiot. What if you get that call? And I imagine getting that call, and I want to go find the guy and do things to him that I shouldn't talk about in church, in school, or anywhere in public. So we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna read the article. Gonna give my commentary. Gonna give my thoughts about. Well, I've expressed some of them already, and I hadn't even read the article yet. But because I hate killings, hate stuff like this, especially when seeing children getting shot, seeing this stuff like that happen to kids. It burns me up. Gunman kills at least 19 children at Texas elementary school. Just a psychopath. Let's see. Uvalde, Texas. Let's see. An 18-year-old gunman opened fire Tuesday at a Texas elementary school, killing at least 19 children as he went from classroom to classroom. Officials said in the latest gruesome moment for a country scared by a string of massacres, the attacker was killed by law enforcement. Great. I'm so happy this happened. I'm so happy that first paragraph. I'm so happy he was killed. About time someone dies for their consequence. A lot of times, like I've said before in previous podcasts, sometimes when people die or get killed, they get a happy meal. They get a kid's meal. They get a freaking something. They get rewarded. It's like they used to get rewarded for murder. They didn't go to jail. We have to try him in court. They don't say that about people of different color that are even suspected of having a weapon or something like that. And I've voiced this opinion before, but it's just I'm glad. I'm happy to say that he doesn't deserve to live. He doesn't deserve to be on the streets. You law enforcement, I give you the Rick and Morty slow clap, because you removed some filth off the streets, out of this world, because they didn't deserve to live. They were something that was seriously wrong with them. They weren't. I don't even think they were human. And I'm just saying, the death toll also included 2 adults. Authorities said. Gov. Greg Abbott said one of the 2 was a teacher. Teachers and students. So, the assault at Robb Elementary School in the heavily Latino town of Uvalde was the deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since gunmen killed 20 children and 6 adults at Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown, Connecticut, almost a decade ago. It was close. It was a close second. My heart is broken today, said Hal Harrell at school district superintendent, announcing that all school activities were canceled until further notice. You can't, because no one feels safe there. No one feels. You can't. How can you come back from this? You have kids and teachers killed. A small community, and let's see if further knows. We're a small community, and we're going to need your prayers to get through this. I need a lot more than prayers. Some people are gonna, when it's a shooting like that, he went from classroom to classroom. Think about it. All the students weren't killed in these classrooms, so some kids saw other kids die. Think about that for a second. There's therapy that's going to be needed. There's all kind of psychological evaluations going to be needed. You see your friend get his head blown off as a child. That's why I hate crap like this. The attack also came just 10 days after a deadly racist rampage at a Buffalo, New York supermarket. Yeah, it was definitely a racist rampage. He deserved to be killed by law enforcement also. He deserved to be shot in the head and dragged up a river and ate by a bear or something. That added to a years-long series of mass killings at churches, schools, and stores, and the prospects of any reform of the nation's gun regulations seemed as dim in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook deaths. There needs to be a reform. I've expressed my feelings on that. When I was discussing the Chicago shootings, I don't think civilians should have guns. Y'all can get mad all you want. I don't care. I don't think civilians should have guns at this point. They don't need guns outside of the home. Cover concealment, okay, that's fine and well and good. But outside of law enforcement, I don't think civilians should even have guns, because now if you have them in your home to protect yourself, and if even if you have them in your home, I think you should have to take a I think you should be reevaluated every 2 years psychologically. I think there should be a reevaluation. You have to qualify. You should have to be in therapy and have a psychiatrist. You should be assigned some kind of somebody. Should be assigned so many mental health things. There should be so many mental health requirements for you to have a gun, for you to have a firearm, because this is retarded here. This is the most retarded, stupid stuff I've ever seen and read in my entire life. I'm so sick of this crap. Reading stupid articles about freaking people going on rampages and shooting somebody because something's freaking wrong with their mind. They decide they want to go on a rampage and kill somebody and be a freaking just, I don't even know what to call it, because this is the most horrific stuff I've ever seen in my life. Who goes around from classroom to classroom just decides they want to just start killing kids? You sorry piece of trash. You sorry, filthy, disgusting piece of trash. I'm glad you got killed. You sorry sack of crap. Who kills children, you butthole? President Joe Biden appeared ready for a flight, calling for new gun restrictions in an address to the nation hours after the attack. Now watch this. Watch how you have some people that are going to come on and say, oh, Joe Biden shouldn't do this. He shouldn't have restrictions. It should have been happened, honestly. Should have happened under Trump. Should have happened under Obama. Should have happened under Bush. This crap should have been. I hate it when they first changed the gun laws to where anybody with 2 legs can carry a gun. That's when I had a problem. I knew it was going to be an issue then, because I knew it was going to be a problem. Reason being, because if anybody can carry a gun, that means not everyone is going to be qualified. Not everyone is going to have the right mindset. Not everyone's going to know what guns are actually for. I don't know. It's like we have idiots running that make the laws here when it comes to this kind of stuff, kind of gun laws. And I'm sorry, I don't care what I call people right now, because this is stupid here. This is dumb. Anybody and their grandma can have a gun. No matter how bad their mind is, you can get your hands on a gun and do whatever you want with it. I think that's retarded. They're gonna blame. People try to speak against Biden before he got in office about restricting. He's talked about restricting gun laws before, but a lot of people now before were trying to go against him for restricting the gun laws, and I think it's retarded, because look at what's going on. And I in my opinion, I really think they were against him for it, because either they were ignorant to the fact of what he was trying to do, or they simply supported all the gun violence that was happening in the country. And either one. Yeah, I don't care about their opinion. I think they should restrict gun laws. As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? Yeah, when in God's name are we going to do this? When in God's name are we going to do what has to be done? Biden asked. Why are we willing to live with this carnage? Why are we willing to live with it, President Joe Biden? Many of the injured were rushed to Uvalde Memorial Hospital, where staff members in scrubs and in scrubs and devastated victims' relatives could be seen weeping as they walked out of the complex. The gunman, who was wearing body armor, crashed his car outside the school before going inside. Sergeant Eric Estrada of the Texas Department of Public Safety told CNN he killed his grandmother before heading to the school with two military-style rifles he had purchased on his birthday. And this is what I'm talking about here. He was able to purchase a gun. There was no evaluate. They need psychological evaluations, people. See what I'm talking about? People might think I'm over exaggerating. Anybody with two legs can buy a gun. As soon as he turned 18, he went and purchased a gun, killed his grandmother. He was so heartless, he was willing to kill his own freaking grandmother. How much of a heartless bastard do you have to be to do this? According to State Senate Roland, Gutierrez. I don't. I mean, the name is hard to pronounce. Senator Roland. I'm just gonna call you that, sir. Who said he had been briefed by state police. That was the first thing he told. That was the first thing he did on his birthday. He said, as soon as he turned 18, he decides he wants to go buy a rifle. No, this is my question here. It's my question. Okay. One, did someone raise him to be this way? Did someone raise him to be this psychotic? Was he trained by someone to be this horrific piece of crap of a human being? Or was he just this psychotic by nature? I just want to know. I just want to know, for real, because this is some garbage stuff here. This is the most enraged I've ever been about a story, because this is, I'm going to keep going. Officials did not immediately reveal a motive, but the governor identified the assailant as Salvador Ramos, someone that deserved to die, whoever he was. I don't care what his name is. Salvador Mud Crap-itis. That's what he's going to be called. That's what he should be called. That deserves to die. And he said he was a resident of the community. Well, he already died, so props to the police again. I'm going to keep congratulating the police throughout this entire thing, because I love them. I love them for doing the community a service by ridding the nation of this trash. And I hope they keep doing it. Police, if any of them in law enforcement listen to this, please keep doing this. If there's another shooting, kill the guy. Just please kill him. Kill him on sight. Please. If you're an officer, if you're out there and you see a shooting, kill them. Don't just sit there. Don't take them to McDonald's. Don't give them a Happy Meal. Don't give them a Big Mac. Don't take them to Toys R Us. Kill them. Anyway. Salvador Ramos, butthole, Salvador Uranus, said he was a resident of the community about 85 miles west of San Antonio. Uranus had hinted, I'm going to keep calling him Uranus, I'm sorry, had hinted on social media that an attack could be coming. Gutierrez said nothing, that he suggested the kids should watch out. Said noting that the kids should watch out. A border patrol agent who was working nearby when the shooting began rushed into the school without waiting for backup and shot and killed the gunman. He shot and killed Uranus, who was behind a barricade, according to the law enforcement official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, because he was not authorized to talk about it. The agent was wounded but able to walk out of the school, the law enforcement source said. The school district's police chief, Pete Arredondo, said that the attacker acted alone. It was not immediately clear how many people were wounded, but Arredondo said there were several injuries earlier. Uvalde Memorial Hospital said 13 children were taken there. Another hospital reported 66-year-old woman. 66-year-old woman was in critical condition. Robb Elementary School has an enrollment of just under 600 students, and Arredondo said it serves students in the second, third, and fourth grade. He did not provide ages of the children who were shot. This was the school's last week of classes before summer break, so they couldn't even finish the school year out without without Uranus coming in to do this junk. They couldn't even finish the school year. They didn't even make it through the school year. We gotta. That's why it's gonna take a lot more than prayer. It's definitely gonna take prayer. We're gonna have to have some kind of discernment to see what to do with our kids, the future of our kids in these schools, because this is horrific. It's another horrific story, and I was taking out time to actually enjoy and get my mind right, situated, get some things in order. But this was horrific. I had to come back on and talk about it because I came out of a hiatus, basically, as you can say, to deal with this junk. Um, I let the first shooting in New York slide, but this crap it just keeps going, and I don't think it's gonna stop. Heavily armed law enforcement officers swarmed the school with officers in tactical vests diverting traffic and FBI agents coming and going from the building. White House Press Secretary Karine Perry said Biden was briefed on the shooting on Air Force One as he returned from a 5-day trip to Asia. Uvalde, home to about 16,000 people, is about 75 miles from the border with Mexico. Robb Elementary is a mostly residential neighborhood of modest homes. So where did this psychopath come from? Where'd this sick bastard come from? I don't know, man. I'm just. The tragedy in Uvalde was the deadliest school shooting in Texas history, and it added to a grim tally in the state, which has been the site of some of the deadliest shootings in the U.S. over the past 5 years. In 2018, a gunman fatally shot 10 people at Santa Fe High School in the Houston area. A year before that, a gunman at a Texas church killed more than 24 people during a Sunday service in the small town of Southland Springs in 2019. 2019, another gunman at a Walmart in El Paso killed 23 people in a racist attack. All this is gruesome. During a church service, you kill people. They can't even praise the Lord without being shot dead. This just shows how wicked and evil people have gotten. This shows how evil folks are. This shows how deranged and psychopathic humans have gotten in recent years. They're willing to go to church to shoot people. Even with Chicago, they were willing to kill babies. They were willing to kill 1-month-olds. They're willing to kill children. Kids and people were injured. This guy freaking killed 18, 19 children and 3 adults. And then those were just the people that were killed. He injured way more than this. He injured way more. He just went up there just shooting up stuff. The hell is wrong with people, man? The hell is wrong with our society where you have people that they're willing to just open fire? That's why I don't believe there has to be gun restrictions, because people are fucking stupid. There has to be restrictions because this is trash. This is retarded. This is the most sickening thing ever. You can't even go to school without getting shot. You can't even go to school without getting shot, man. I'm just appalled with this crap. You can't even go to school, man. You can't even send your children to school. You can't even go to church. You can't even go to the freaking movies without getting shot in the head. The hell is wrong with people? The shooting came from days before the National Rifle Association annual convention was set to begin in Houston. Abbott and both of Texas U.S. senators were among selected Republican officials who were the scheduled speakers at a Friday leadership forum sponsored by the NRA's lobbying arm. In the years since Sandy Hook, the gun control debate in Congress has waxed and waned. Efforts by lawmakers to change U.S. gun policies in any significant way to have consistently faced rollbacks from Republicans and the influence of outside groups such as the NRA. They need to have restrictions. I keep saying this junk. I don't want to say the R word. I don't want to put them in there. It's people that don't. It's a group of people that don't want to change the gun laws because they believe in this junk. Now I understand people. We do think people should have rights to have guns in their homes. I think people should have their, in their vehicle, in their homes, maybe. But if you are a licensed carrier, you should be also psychologically evaluated. If you have some type of mental illness or some type of something freaking wrong with you, you shouldn't carry a darn thing. You shouldn't carry a gun because you're a psychotic bastard. A year after Sandy Hook sends Joe Manchin and a West Virginia Democrat and Patrick J. Toomey, a Pennsylvania Republican, negotiated a bipartisan proposal to expand the nation's background check system, but as the measure was close to being brought to the Senate floor for a vote, it became clear it would not get enough votes to clear a 60-vote filibuster hurdle. So that means they don't give a crap. That's what it basically means. They weren't going to get enough votes because you have people that support this garbage. You have people that support, and you can tell there are people that support it because you know why? Because they keep happening. The shootings keep happening, and there are no consequences. People shoot up churches, nothing happens. People shoot up schools, nothing happens. People shoot up movies, nothing freaking happens. This is one time I seen where the gunman was killed. No, there was a time where a gunman shot up the church and a security guard in there shot him. I congratulated that guy because for shooting an idiot. And I'm just saying this is stupid. This is the dumbest stuff. Why are people so stupid? Why can't we pass laws to restrict this crap? Why do we have to sit around and wait and watch and just hope it? And I don't understand this. You have clearly stated that people are trying to make a difference, trying to change the laws, but it's obvious that there are other people that's why we have to vote. Not for just the president, not for just the presidential election, guys. It's judicial and legislative also. We have to vote. Every time they say vote, we need to vote. We have to find out when all the elections are and vote. For Christ's sake, for the love of God, let's vote. Because this stupidity is not going to stop. Because you have people that are in power, that have the power to vote, that have power to change laws, and don't want to change squat because they don't care. Because they're horrible human beings. Because they support this crap. Then President Barack Obama, who had made gun control central to his administration goals after the Newton shooting, called Congress' failure to act a pretty shameful day for Washington. It had to be, because they suck, honestly. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're listening to this and you support any of this, you suck. Because this has to stop. Kids need to quit dying just for going to school. They can't even go to school, guys. They can't even go to school. People can't even go to church and praise God without sadistic, psychopathic morons coming in to feel like they want to take a life. People can't even go and praise and worship. People can't even go and listen to the word, get a word from God, or go to school, get their education. People are just living their lives. People just going to the mall, going shopping, and getting shot. That's what we have to. That's our life, apparently. And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it keeps happening and freaking happening over and over again. Last year, the House passed 2 bills to expand background checks on firearms purchases. One bill would have closed a loophole for private and online sales. The other would have extended the background check review period. Both languished in the 50-50 Senate, where Democrats need at least 10 Republican votes to overcome objections from a filibuster. Associated Press writers Jake Bleberg in Dallas, Ben Fox in Washington, Paul J. Weber in Austin, and John Lozano in Houston contributed to this report. And I'm appalled. I'm appalled at this. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything without people threatening your life. And I had another article, but I don't even want to read it. I don't want to read it. It's based off what Joe Biden said. I don't want to read it. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it today. I might do it another day, but it's not going to be today because I'm just stuck on this. I'm stuck on the fact that some idiot, Uranus. I'm not saying his name no more throughout the course of the show. I'm not saying his name anymore because I don't think he deserves the name. Uranus. He went and shot all these people, and he deserved to die on his birthday. This might be the most dark you've heard me, but I don't care. Who goes and shoots up kids, adults? You go shoot up a school, you bastard. I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you're not living anymore, so you're not a harm to other people. Now, I do want to say that prayers go out to all the people. I do want to say that. I do want to say that prayers go out to them. I do. And everybody that's involved. I feel for them. I hope that the family is able to find healing and comfort in all of this, because this is just trash. This is a trash situation. That should have never happened. And there does need be something done, because there's continuous gun violence and continuous murders, continuous slaughterings, continuous crap like this over and over and over again. And there has to be a change, because a lot of it, I think, is terrorism. It's domestic terrorism. That's really what I believe it is. You have a lot of freaking terrorists out there. A guy, Uranus, on his 18th birthday decides he just wants to kill people. Just like on Juneteenth, they decided they just wanted to go around and killing people. They celebrate holidays by murdering people. That's how you know they don't deserve to be on the streets. They don't deserve to exist. And I don't care who has something that where you normally, you're supposed to preach the gospel. And man, look, listen, let me tell y'all something. This is how I feel about people that go around and killing children. This is how I feel about people that go around have no regard for other human beings' lives. This is how people feel about people that go around and slaughter people that are just minding their own business. He thought it was fun day to go out and kill people on his freaking birthday. What kind of psychotic bastard do you have to be to do this? You no good trifling piece of trash. How dare you take it upon yourself to decide that these people didn't deserve to live? You freaking jerk off, you. You're just you know what? How dare you deserve to go out, take it upon yourself to go out and take lives that did nothing to you, that meant you, that weren't even bothering you. You just took it upon yourself to take people's lives, to hurt and injure people, to ruin countless families. Just like the guy that killed all those people in New York. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that article one of these days because I want to read it so I get all the details and everything. Because I don't want to rag on him now and I don't have all the details. But this guy is a sick piece of trash. I'm glad he was killed. I'm glad he was shot dead. It might sound crazy, but it kind of isn't. He killed people. He shot and killed and didn't care. He didn't care who was weeping, didn't care who was crying, didn't care who was going to suffer, didn't care whose families. Look at this. This is horrific. This is the worst I've seen. This is the worst in recent times that I've seen. I think this is worse in New York. I have to go back and look and read, but my opinion might change as I read that one. But we'll see. But this is terrible. This is the most terrible. This is sad. You send your kids to school and they don't come back home because someone wants to be an evil bastard on their birthday. That's just, I'm just saying, that's just what it is. That's the story. That's what happens when you have people in society that don't deserve to be in it. And I'm really done with this topic. I'm done. I don't feel like reading the second article. I don't really feel like going into more detail on it. But if anyone wants me to read the other article, you can let me know. If anyone wants me to read about New York, let me know. I might do it. I might not. I think I'll do it. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises because I don't want to break any promises. Might be a phrase I need to start using. But anyway, this was tragic. This happened on a Tuesday. This is tragic. My heart goes out to those children, those people that were killed, that was injured. I hope the people that are injured, I hope they come out okay. And I hope the families are actually able to heal from what this bastard did. And all to celebrate a birthday, he decided he wants to do this. And it really, it just hurts. Because the families are suffering. People are crying and grieving and hurting behind this. People are grieving behind this. This is terrible. I just hope they find peace or some type of healing, because this is I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about this. Well, I've already expressed what I think about this. Correction. I know what to think about it, and I'm glad the problem was solved before it got any worse. He went from classroom to classroom, just deciding he wanted to end people's lives for nothing. What a sick bastard. What a sick person you have to be to think that it's fun and okay to just go around taking lives. I don't care how you were raised. I don't care how you were raised. I don't care. I don't freaking care. If you in your mind think that it's okay to kill people and there's and just and that is fun, that is something to do, and it's a way to celebrate your birthday, you don't deserve another birthday. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I have to say on that one. Period. Because I have no sympathy for people like that. None whatsoever. And this really, 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 this really burned me up to know that people were slaughtered and injured, and people had to see their friends die. I hate this. I hate stuff like this. But I'm done with this topic. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Um, Let me know if you want to get on to express your opinion. If you want to do a part two, please let me know in the comments, or you can message me on Facebook if you know me, things like that. Because as far as today, I'm done. I'm out of here. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Prayers to the family. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Not right now. I gotta go. Peace.